In today's Face-Off Circle, chocolate chip cookie mix, we're going to check out those nutrition facts, we're going to compare the additives, and we're going to find out which one tastes the best. Hey everyone, welcome back to Food Brand Face-Off. Let's get right into this thing. We got Pillsbury chocolate chip cookie dough mix. We have Dolly Parton, which is a Duncan Hines chocolate chip cookie mix. And we have Betty Crocker chocolate chip cookie mix. Now, let's check out those nutrition facts. And let's start with serving size.
Serving size. Pillsbury is 28 grams per serving, Betty Crocker 23 grams, and Dolly is 18 grams per serving. Calories as prepared. Pillsbury is 170, Betty Crocker 140, and Dolly is 110 calories per serving. Total fat and saturated fat. Pillsbury is 8 grams total fat, 4.5 grams saturated. Betty Crocker, 6 grams total, 4 grams saturated, and Dolly is 5 grams total with 3 grams saturated fat per serving. Cholesterol. Pillsbury has 23 milligrams of cholesterol. Dolly and Betty has 20 milligrams of cholesterol per serving. Sodium. Pillsbury and Betty Crocker have 130 milligrams of sodium, and Dolly Parton has 85 milligrams of sodium per serving. Total carbs. Pillsbury has 28 grams of total carbs, Betty Crocker 18 grams, and Dolly Parton 14 grams of total carbs per serving. Total sugars and added sugars. Pillsbury has 14 grams total sugars, 14 grams of that is added. Betty Crocker, 12 grams total, 12 grams of that added. And Dolly Parton has 8 grams total with 8 grams of that being added per serving. Protein. Pillsbury has 2 grams of protein, while Betty Crocker and Dolly have 1 gram of protein per serving. Now, while these additives are generally recognized as safe by the Food and Drug Administration in the quantities used in food preparation, consuming them frequently can present specific digestive, metabolic, or systemic health considerations. So I guess a takeaway to all this is that individually none of these additives are toxic or dangerous in isolated or moderate doses. The real health concern comes when these ingredients are eaten repeatedly across your daily diet. When a food is packed with maltodextrin, refined flours, and artificial flavors, your body processes it so rapidly that it strains your metabolic health and leaves you feeling hungry again shortly after.
Not so pale. You're on. Hey everyone, welcome back to Food Brand Face-Off Taste Test. Which chocolate chip cookie mix tastes the best? I don't know, but these are all I have from all of the cookies I made because my family, vultures, were gone. Luckily I saved these, stick them under my pillow. But it was tempting not to eat any. Tempting not to eat any. I do like chocolate chip cookies. I do. I don't like the store-bought ones like Chips Ahoy, that sort of stuff. Yeah, you know, I can eat one of those with coffee and I'm good. They're just too sweet. There's something they put in that makes it too sweet. I just don't like it. Anyway, I like homemade cookies though. I do make homemade cookies, so. But these are close to it, I guess. So here we go. Let's do this. Hey, I want to remind everybody that I am not sponsored by anybody. I don't have any ads coming out. I'm not going to say, here's the winner, go buy it at the end. No, that's not going to happen. We're just going to find out which one we like the best, that's all. So here we go, let's start with this thing. Quit your yakking. Here we go. Pillsbury chocolate chip cookie mix. Now I put these in, you put them in, you put a stick of butter, an egg, and you whip it up 375. You have it in there for 10, 11, 12, 13, depends, 10 minutes or so, depending on how you like mine. I like crunchy cookies. I don't like the soft, gooey cookies. I don't like those. I think those people like cookie dough too. They like to eat cookie dough. No, it's got to be done, really done too. Like that. All right, let's try it. The smaller ones, they got done, they were nice and brown and nice and crispy. But the other ones, they got a little wider, a little bit more. I was making the teaspoon. You get a teaspoon of dough and you put it on there and I'm like, oh, we're going to do this forever. Let's make it bigger. So the bigger ones got a little soft and these are a little harder. So let's try it. That's what it's all about. Why are you talking still? I like to hear myself talk. No one does. Here we go. It's a crunchy cookie. I like crunchy cookies. But this is on taste. So I got to remember that. It's on taste. So that's good. Looks like a cookie should taste. It didn't take long to do these. It wasn't like a big chore, but you did have to drag everything out and hit that bake button. So far as this is the winner. It's the only one I tried. Okay, that was good. Here we go. We're going to do Dolly now. We're going to try Dolly. Dolly Parton's chocolate chip. This is a Duncan Hines. You heard of Duncan Hines before. But let's try these. These are browner. These turned out to be browner than the other ones, than the Pillsbury. I don't think this is as sweet as a Pillsbury. I like this one. It's in between that crunchy and soft. It's scruff. Crunch. I don't know. Anybody remember Sonny Elliott? Back in the day, oh, if you remember, Weathermen used to be channel, I think it was channel 4, Detroit, or channel 7. Cold and calm. Clom. He'd always do that. That's what he used to write on the board. The weather. Not anymore, it's digital. All right, those were good. I like those. All right, here we go. We are going to do, the next one is Betty Crocker. See, it doesn't say Betty Crocker. I'm like, what cookie is this? Betty Crocker chocolate chip cookie mix. Chocolate chip cookie mix. Let's try one of these. There's smaller ones too. These are softer. It tastes a little sweeter too. It tastes a little sweeter. Like I said, I'm not a sweet person. I'm not a sweet person. Yeah, a lot of people tell you that. Sorry. But I don't like things sweet, sugary. It just, I got used to not having it that way. And so now, when you don't have it like that and then you eat something, you're like, woo, man, it's sugar. And other people are like, nah, I don't even taste it, you know. So I got to take one away because that's kind of the way we play this game. We take one away, and then it's the battle of the two. I know. I think the thumbnail said Dolly Parton against the other two versus the other two. I don't know. It could be that way, I guess, if you want. But we're going to take one away, and the one we're going to sorry, Betty. I'm going to take Betty away. To me, it was too sweet and too soft. I don't, like I said, I don't like soft cookies. You probably put it in for a little bit longer. But a lot of times the ingredients and the additives they put in there is to make it a gooey cookie instead of, you know, like a crunchy cookie. It's more like the softer kind of cookie. But anyways, oh, I got to take one thing. Another thing I forgot. I got to quit forgetting things. I keep telling everyone that. So how much did it cost? Betty Crocker was $2.97, and you get about all the same. It depends how big you want to make the cookie, I guess. I think Dolly was the least amount that you got out of it. But Betty Crocker was $2.97, Dolly Parton was $2.78, and Pillsbury was $2.76. So here we go. It's going to be between Dolly and Pillsbury. I like the Pillsbury one because it was crunchy. I like the Dolly one because it was also crunchy. This is not going to make any sense to anybody. Nope. Here we go. So, I got my winner. So, my winner between Dolly Parton, Duncan Hines, and Pillsbury, the Doughboy, poppin' fresh. My winner is going to be, this is it. Dolly Parton, yeehaw! I didn't plan it to be Dolly Parton. I didn't know how it was going to be. I did something else. I did another video that Dolly Parton was involved in. I don't remember what it was, but it's right there. Maybe I can look at it. I still don't know. But anyways, I like Dolly Parton. It was crunchy and a little chewy. It had that nice dark brown color of a cookie that I like to see. And I just liked it. I like to say my crunchiness of it, and don't talk with your mouth full. I like to say my crunchiness of it, and it didn't taste super sweet. No, like I said, I could probably pound down a few of these. The other ones, not so much. You know, a couple cookies, I gotta have coffee. Other than that, forget it. So that's my winner. Dolly Parton is my winner. Thanks everyone for coming back here. I was gone for like a month, and nobody noticed. We didn't even know you were gone. Good riddance to you. But thanks for showing back up again. We got this. We got other ones coming too. I'm not going to have that take that break again for now. So maybe later. When I'm overwhelmed. I'll see you next time. Hopefully. Bye.